Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and today I have a fun new project to share with you. It's actually a free pattern for a patchwork sewing machine cover. I'm super excited to share all about that, and since we're doing this project, I thought I would also share some other kind of sewing related small projects that we have patterns or tutorials for here on our blog and YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I really am happy with how this project turned out. This actually came about, I have two sewing machines that are set up all the time in my sewing room. We actually filmed a video recently, and so you can kind of see both of the machines in that video. But the one sewing machine is right over by the window, and even though I have shutters there, I just feel like it gets a little bit dustier over there. And so I kept thinking, I need to cover that machine when I'm not using it so that it doesn't get dusty, and make a little simple mat to go over it. And then I started thinking, wow, I could do this with a mini charm pack. And so really had a lot of fun coming up with a little plan where I could use a mini charm pack. So I've got the mini charm pack. There's actually a panel on the back side too. So I did use 40 of the 42 mini charm squares. You could also cut those from your stash. And then I have this like little accent fabric. I put it on both sides. And then what I call the main fabric is this, and I used it for the bottom and for the middle, and I also just went ahead and used it for the back. So I've got a little pattern for you, just a free PDF. And we are going to have this as a little printable booklet also. So if you want to buy the little brochure and have me print it for you and mail it for you, we'll have that as well. But free PDF download if you just want to print it yourself. And really, this is great. We're going to pop up a picture. I took some pictures of it while it was on my sewing machine. And I actually took the pictures over here on the Bernina, but it's going to go over on the Janome, and I'm going to make another one of these for my Bernina because I just really think it worked out really well. I did just use regular batting, and I feel like that's good. You kind of don't want it super stiff. I mean, you could use soft and stable, but I don't really see a reason for it with this. I did the quilting myself. I had a friend that I was going to have quilt it, and I could not wait. She had something on her machine and it was going to be a couple days, and I thought, no, I got to do this now. So I was going to do crosshatch, but I got all the lines quilted this direction, and we do have a video. You can look at our crosshatch quilting tutorial, and I did that, but I just never went and put the second set of lines on it. Just regular binding, and I did hook the little straps that I made into, I sewed them before I turned the binding under. And all the directions are on the pattern for that. And basically this was just a 2-inch strip that I folded in half and then folded in half again. Let me actually show you that. So I had a little piece left over, and I thought I should save it and show you all. But I just started with a 2-inch wide strip of fabric, and I pressed it in half initially, and then I opened it back up and I pressed each side to the middle, and then I folded it like this. And I just used a 2-inch, and this is on the little pattern, but a 2-inch by width of fabric strip. So basically 2 inches by 42 inches. And then I cut it into 4 even little pieces. And before I sewed, you can see that I sewed this little seam. Before I did that, I took one end, I just folded it down, and then kind of went back. I had my iron when I was doing that. So, and I refolded it. So I had like a little finished edge right here. You can see that these edges are all finished. And then after I had that, I sewed across and down the rest of the strip. Now you don't have to worry about finishing both edges on each little tie because I put the unfinished edges into the binding. So nobody knows that those weren't finished, and plus you wouldn't really want to finish it anyway, it would just add more bulk. So I did the 4 ties, and so when I put it on my machine, I do just like tie these on the side in a cute little bow. You'll see the picture that we pop up. And it really does just keep the dust off of my machine. The fabrics for this, I had a bunch of strawberry lemonade squares, but I did add in squares, fabric squares from a couple other collections. This is Raspberry Summer here. This is Delightfully Yours. This is Raspberry Summer. So I kind of mix and matched. And I had a couple of navy squares, so I put them both on the back so that, you know, there wouldn't just be one little navy square. Anyway, really had a lot of fun making this. Free pattern, great thing to make for yourself or for a gift. And these are also great to take to retreats so that you can kind of put your machine to bed for the night when you leave your sewing space. Okay, I thought I would just share a couple of other things if you're looking for more sewing related projects to make. This is a little sewing case. We actually did a video tutorial for this. I made this with our Seashore Drive fabric, so I know it's been a few years, but I have a full tutorial to make this, and I feel like some of our older videos sometimes just get lost in the channel, but really great. I have a little zipper pocket, have binding clips in there, thread, scissors, needles. This is some needle threaders. I feel like I have a tape measure in here. And this is actually a free pattern that my friend Vanessa Gertzen of Lullo Boutique did. And she allowed us to film a little tutorial. And so that was really fun. But yeah, it's been a couple years ago, and I actually am thinking, wow, my fabrics, I might need to make another one of these. This is great because I always keep this stocked up. And if I leave town and I'm going to take a quilt to bind, I don't have to worry about grabbing anything. I just take it and it just kind of ties like this. So that's another fun option. 2 more really quick things, and these were patterns that were in one of my books that is now out of print, but have these as downloadable PDFs now. This is just a rotary cutter case, just simple as can be. You can actually, this was soft and stable, but you could use leftover, you know, when you trim your quilt after you get it from the quilter, if you have it's left over, you could do that. Just a really simple way to, so that when you throw your rotary cutter in your bag, there's not a chance that it's gonna, you know, cut anybody. And the other item is just a fun little needle case. And it would be really fun to make a whole matching set, but we do have patterns for these in the Etsy shop. And just really simple little needle holder. And this was with our Happy Days collection. So this has been a little bit since I made this as well. But I hope you'll enjoy making this. Free little download from the website. And then if you're looking for more projects, here are some other sewing related items to sew. Okay, so I hope you'll enjoy making one of these. We have a link in the description below to the free little PDF pattern you can print out from my website, and I think it's a great gift idea or something to make for yourself. I know it was something that I really needed to make for myself just to keep the dust off of my sewing machines, and I am definitely going to be making another one for my other sewing machine, but I wanted to get this one done right away for the sewing machine that I have that's right underneath a window. And the other projects are also really fun to make. We'll have everything linked in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.